for the awkward intro.
Dinosa, you are a dinosaur. Dinosa, you are a dinosaur.
Hey my Dino dolls, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, hello, how are you? My name is Christina, aka Dino, and today I'm like next level excited because I get to talk about one of my all-time favorite things in the world of beauty. Any guess to what that may be?
I'll give you a second to think.
If you've been a subscriber of mine for a while, you probably already know the answer to this. You guessed it, eyeshadow palettes. Today I'm going to be doing another palette tag, and I'll be sharing all of these beautiful babies with you guys. Just wait until you see their insides.
Because that's not weird at all.
Just wait guys, they're seriously beautiful. Not lying whatsoever. All my thanks to be able to make this video go to the lovely Kaylee Bote. Kaylee was the one to originate the tag. I believe she was also the one to start the perfect palette tag, which I haven't done yet, but I definitely will if you guys want me to. Thanks girl, this tag's a really good one. Best I've done so far yet, for sure. I'll be sure to link her channel down below so you guys can check her video out if you haven't already, but I'm sure you have, and if you haven't, just do it, okay? And before we jump into the fun part of this video, I quickly want to apologize, Kaylee, if I completely slayed your last name. I watched so many videos of this tag and each and every person was saying your last name differently. I wanted and tried so hard to get it correct, but I have a feeling I still may have murdered it. Sorry, doll. But alright, let's jump into the questions and the palette porn. The first question is, what was your first palette? I decided to go with my first low-end and high-end. My first low-end palette was the BH Cosmetics 120 eyeshadow palette, 2nd edition. And I've had this palette for way too long. But it still blends well, and the pigmentation is great. I actually just used it in my video from last week. My boyfriend does my voiceover tag, and I created a very bright blue eye look, and I mean, I'm probably biased, but I think it looked great. This palette retails for $17.99 on BH's website. You probably can get it for cheaper with all of the sales if you keep your eye on it. The pans are super small, but there's so many colors, and it's a great palette nonetheless. I still love it as much as I did when I very first got it. I still use this palette to this day. Like I said, I just used it for a tutorial. I'll link that down below if you guys want to check it out. And yeah. My first high-end palette was the Lorac Pro Original, which is the black palette. The shadows are so buttery and creamy. The top row is all matte, bottom row is all shimmer, and it's such a staple for me. Mine's definitely really beat up. It looks disgusting, but that's because it was my first palette, and it's very well loved. I highly recommend. Alright, moving on. The second question is your most recent purchase. And mine is the Anastasia Subculture palette, which is the sister palette to the Modern Renaissance, which we all know and love. This palette is definitely controversial, and I'm not going to recommend it to you guys because I haven't personally got to try it out yet, and there's quite a lot of bad reviews all over YouTube, and I'm just really hoping I didn't just waste $42 because the color selection in this palette is beautiful and I really want to love it. Let me know if you guys would like to see a first impression of me using this palette because like I said, I haven't touched it. I actually just got it in the mail 2 days ago. Question 3. One palette you regret missing out on. Hands down, mine is definitely the Kat Von D My Vida Loca, which was a holiday palette of 2015. It was absolutely gorgeous and limited edition. And for those of you that don't know what it looks like, I'll insert a picture of it, of course. It's laid out like a color wheel, which I think is why I appreciate it so much. I just find the layout and colors super inspirational. I really wish I had that. Kat Von D, please bring it back. Please. Question 4. A palette that makes you happy to look at. There's so many. Seriously, so many. This question was a tough one for me. But I think I'm gonna have to go with my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Androgyny palette. It reminds me a lot of the Voiceover Dark Matte palette, which I also really want. The colors in this are really, really great. The whole top row is more like your warm, neutral shades, and the bottom row is your fun pops of color. I have one of the colors on my lids today, and it's the shade Military. I think it's absolutely beautiful, but I think all of my palettes are beautiful. So yeah, this palette definitely makes me very happy to look at. Oh, and it has a really good mix of mattes and shimmers. The Androgyny palette, in my opinion, is a much better formula than Jeffree Star's Beauty Killer palette. I do highly recommend this one over the Beauty Killer. But they're both good. Question 5. A palette you've changed your mind about. I really struggled with this question as well. I went back and forth on a few palettes, and I'm actually thinking about making a separate video about palettes I've changed my mind on, but one palette I can tell you I did change my mind on, and I can't believe I'm admitting it's like me asking to get my ass beat, is the also loved and coveted Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette. I know, you guys, I'm sorry. I just really didn't like it when I bought it. It was so blah to me. I guess I didn't really understand the hype. The pigmentation and the formula of the shadows are excellent. I thought that from the beginning, but I just wasn't feeling it as much as everybody else. I know, please don't unsubscribe. But the good news is, I changed my mind. The more I use it, and the more I play with it, I really grew to appreciate it for what it is. And it is a really great all matte neutral palette. If you compare it into quads, there's a warm quad, a neutral, and a cool. It is really easy to make a everyday eye look using this palette. I really have grown to like it, I promise. And much like my Lorac Pro, I do think this is a great staple. Question 6. What's a palette that surprised you? A palette that really surprised me was the BH Cosmetics Bronze Paradise palette. It's super affordable, and I love BH Cosmetics palettes and other products. But for some reason, when I ordered this palette, I just wasn't expecting a whole lot out of it. It's mostly neutral, and I don't know, I get bored with neutral shades because I have so many palettes. But when I swatched this palette in my beauty bag video, I was just blown away by the pigmentation and quality of this palette, especially of the blue shade. I'll insert swatches here of all of the eyeshadows and highlighter and bronzer. For $12, you really can't go wrong. I do recommend it. And it's perfect for summer. I was definitely pleasantly surprised. Question 7. An eyeshadow palette that inspires you. There's quite a few, but I did narrow it down to at least one for now. But I probably won't make a video of just products that inspire me. For this tag, the palette I chose is, drumroll, my Lime Crime Venus 2. I purchased both of my Venus palettes in a bundle, and when I very first bought them, the Venus one was actually my favorite. I used it every day for an entire summer, and they're both really good palettes, but I do have to say that the Venus 2 is definitely the one that I've grown to love. It's definitely the palette that I do reach for when I'm feeling kinda meh and I need inspiration. Super fun and grungy, some really awesome shimmer and duochrome shades. The colors are just so unique. I almost feel like it's a more reliable version or dupe for the Anastasia Subculture palette, which is sad to say, but it is what it is. Great, great palette. Love, love, love it. Not to mention the packaging, which is also super inspiring and definitely beautiful. Question 8. A palette that's on your wish list. A palette that's on my wish list that I can actually still probably purchase at some point down the line is the Queen of Hearts palette by Colored Rain. I missed out on this the first 2 times, I believe. Maybe it was only once that it was launched. But I did hear that they're bringing it back permanently because it was so well received and well loved, and for good reason. Every review I've seen on this palette has been impressive, to say the least. I can't wait to get my claws on it. I believe it comes in stock in the fall. Yeah. I'll definitely be sending in lore for that one. Question 9. What is my no-fail eyeshadow palette? I had to think about this a little bit. I think the palette that I've decided is my no-fail is my Peanut Butter and Jelly palette by Too Faced. Again, the packaging is adorable. Too Faced always does that. It smells yummy and the shadows are such good quality. Dare I say that I even prefer it over the original chocolate bar. I don't know, there's just something about it. I love how warm the shades are, and the pops of purple are really great for my brown eyes. Every single time I use this palette, I've liked the look that I've come up with. And when I don't want to think about what makeup I want to do, this is definitely the palette that I would grab. It's really good. Just for kickers, an affordable no-fail eyeshadow palette of mine is the Curly Bible palette with BH Cosmetics, the original. But the deluxe is great too. They're just really good everyday eyeshadow palettes. And again, if I don't want to think about what I'm doing, they're a really great option. So there you have it, guys. That is another palette tag by your girl Dino. And it was a lot of fun to do. So thanks again, Kaylee, for coming up with this idea. I'm kind of sad it's over. And I'd really love to know what your guys' answers would be to these questions. So I will definitely link them down in the description bar. I tag all of you. If you don't have a YouTube channel, drop your answers down in the comments. Because I really am curious if we have any in common. I appreciate all of your love and feedback and all of your requests always. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't be shy, hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell so that you'll be notified of any future uploads. I love you guys so much. As always, I hope you're all doing well, and until my next video, stay well until then. Alright, Dino out. Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4. I came to the land of the dinosaurs, and I parked my time machine behind the biggest tree that I could see.